Hey, cannabis friends, hope you are doing awesome. In today's video, we're going to go over how I was able to crush a lifetime of migraines with CBD and full extract cannabis oil. So basically how I went from daily migraines, having them every single day, to having them just a couple times a month, like maybe 2 times a month, if any, with the use of CBD and full extract cannabis oil. So I'm going to go over a little bit of history to give you some clarity, and then we'll go over how I did it, how exactly I was able to achieve success, the process I took, and then we'll also go over the dosages that I took to achieve that success, and then also the dosages that I'm taking today to maintain that success, which is really super important. So this is 10 years of me taking full extract cannabis oil. So I pretty much know what I'm talking about with it, and I've been able to achieve and maintain success with a couple of hiccups along the way, but for a decade, which is very, very significant. Achieving success is one thing, but maintaining success over time is huge. Okay, and we'll get right into how I was able to do that with my migraines. Okay, so first, a little bit of history. So I've had like glaucoma and migraines pretty much all my life, and when I was 30 years old, my glaucoma basically kicked in and got really advanced. And when that happened, my migraines, they got more frequent and more severe, right? So I ended up going into like daily migraines, having them every single day. And a lot of times they would like take me out. Like I would be taken out like 3 to 5 days a week most times, where I couldn't function in society basically. And I had to sort of piece together days, like in other words, life really sucked at that time. And at the same time with my glaucoma, I was losing my eyesight, right? And, so I have daily migraines and I'm losing my eyesight, and I had to do something. And I had been researching for a long time, and I decided to try this full extract cannabis oil that I have been reading about, and I tried it for my glaucoma. And, I didn't try it for my migraines. I tried it for my glaucoma. That's why I'm bringing up the glaucoma. And after the first night of me trying it, I woke up and I didn't have a headache, right? So I noticed that right away, because every like waking hour of the day for years, I had either a headache, a migraine, or some kind of discomfort in my head. So to wake up without discomfort, that was noticeable. And it was like I was sold. Like even if full extract cannabis oil didn't help my eyes, my glaucoma, if it helped my migraines and my headaches, I will take that for the rest of my life, right? And I'm sort of lucky that happened, because I did that. I started taking it daily without fail, and eventually I had the success with the glaucoma. But let's get back into the migraines, right? So I took the FECO, the full extract cannabis oil, had the success, continued to take it, and eventually I got to the point where I went almost 600 days without a migraine. I think it was 586 days to be exact. And today, if we fast forward to today, in my maintenance mode, I'm having a couple migraines maybe per month, if any. So that's a game changer from having them every day. So how did I do that, right? How did I achieve the success and then maintain that success? So when I first started out, there was THC dominant full extract cannabis oil, and that's what we had access to. And I took that, and after a couple years of just doing that by itself, we figured out that if we took CBD, like a pure crystalline CBD on top of that, then we had more success, especially with the migraines and with just chronic pain in general. And we tried it out on other people as well, had the same kind of success. So that led me to develop a high CBD version of the full extract cannabis oil, as opposed to the high THC version. And that's what I take predominantly today. It works awesome, and it doesn't get you high, which is super important during the day when you're trying to work, right? So the methods of ingestion that I first started off with was just taking the raw oil by itself, just the raw oil, put it on my tongue, swallow it down. And, and we had great success with that. And then eventually, as we got, a little more into it, and, this was a thing, then started making capsules and tinctures, formulating capsules and tinctures just so we could have exact dosages, so you could know the exact dosage that you're taking, as opposed to just putting a guesstimate on your tongue, right? Which is important. It's important to know how much you're taking, right? So the dosages that I took, when I first started, was just what I call a low dosage, which is 100 milligrams per day of the full extract cannabis oil. And I did that, that's what I took a little bit less than that my first time, and I worked up to 100 milligrams per day. And I had success with that, and moderate success. And we did that for a couple years, like maybe 2 to 3 years. And then there was a hiccup that happened where I got some bad oil, and it wasn't therapeutically active, and I ended up going completely blind in my right eye, and less than a week, right? And to get out of that, I mega dosed the full extract cannabis oil to where I was doing like a gram or more a day, like 1,000 milligrams a day. So I was doing the mega dose to get my vision back, and that actually worked. Like it took a long time, and it was a slow process, but I went from no vision to shadows, and to being able to eventually see and get like a good amount of my my field of vision back, all that kind of stuff. But with the topic of the day, with the migraines, the side benefit of taking that mega dose was I went into a period of time where I had no migraines for the almost 600 days, like I just previously mentioned. Like I mentioned, it was like 586 days of no migraines. And that was like huge. I charted it all the way down. And today, I'm not doing the full gram, 1,000 milligrams a day. I do about 400 to 600 milligrams a day to maintain not just the migraine, but the glaucoma, and not go backwards with it, maintain my vision. And I'm having just, 2 migraines, if any, per month, from having them daily. And that's awesome, right? So, I'm taking, about half as much as I did when I was having the great success, to maintain success. 400 to 600 milligrams, that's, more than what most people take. But number one, glaucoma itself requires more than most other conditions. And, it's not because of the, migraines per se, it's more because of the glaucoma. Also, I process through just, stuff, supplements and different things like that quicker than most people. And it's because of my body chemistry. That's something that's been going on my entire life. And then also I push the limits a little bit. I take a little bit more, and I'll mega dose, and I'll do things. I'll test the limits, because I'm what's known as patient zero for the company. So I'm literally the guinea pig, and I've been doing the like FECO straight day in and day out for 10 years. And and I've been doing a variety of dosages and mega dosages, like I said, to push the limits and to see what's possible. And along the way, we've had great success, not only with myself, but with hundreds and thousands of other individuals all across the United States. So to recap, I went from having daily migraines and migraines every single day, of the week, of the year, whatever, and down to just having them a couple of times a month, if any. And I achieved that through consistent use, daily consumption of the CBD, full extract cannabis oil. Okay. And, like I was patient, persistent, consistent with my efforts. If I were to get a migraine or something like that, here and there, or, I have some kind of I don't feel like taking it, whatever, I'll still take it. I take it day in and day out. If there's road bumps, or speed bumps or road bumps, roadblocks, whatever you want to call them, that I come across along the way, then I'll continue to take it. And if anything, I'll take more. I'll go into the mega dose. I will not stop. And that's how I'm maintaining the success through time. Okay. And it's very, very important to understand that. It's much different than the traditional, like, allopathic way of medicine, where you're doing, minimal effective dosages and trying not to do, trying to get off of this. We're doing high dosage and doing it for life, basically. And we're maintaining success because of that. And because it's an essential nutrient that we need on a daily basis to maintain our health. So that being said, if you do have any questions about, which product to take, which CBD or full extract cannabis oil product to take, or how to take it, be sure to reach out to us, at support@myfitlife.net. All the information is below this video. And thank you for joining me today. And I hope you got a lot out of this presentation with migraines. Again, remember that knowledge is power and health is wealth. This is Al Morenton with Cannabis Friends and My Fit Life. Thank you and have a beautiful day. Peace.